ten. Então, hablamos sobre una entrevista. Entonces, aquí una entrevista con... Sí, está internacional, pero esta muestra de casa, tá? Pero está un honor para nós por ter fazer a entrevista aqui junto com Reuben e também Arias.
Danke, feliz tarde para você, Leonard, Ruensli, na qual, em termos do pueblo de Corsão, feliz tarde para você. Deus mencionava você ricamente sintonizar.
Yes! Bom, meu nome é DJ Ruensli Bisa, nós temos tremendo entrevista, então vamos por escuchar uma tremenda canção. Essa aqui é a primeira canção para 2021 de Reuben, então espanhol. Então junto com ele, junto com ele, e nós estamos só aqui, só é primeiro que lá se está um cover de Maria Lara, Miquesa, Dime, sim. Dime em espanhol. Então esse é o primeiro, nós temos a colaboração com base com o artista. Um cover. So eu vou começar a papi com ele para pôr esse cover, etc. Mas explica-nos se também aí passar.
Sim.
Também estava dando começamento de ano ongeveer. 2020.
Sim.
Então a trobe bota bola surpreender-nos met agora ora, mas só uma papi como para award. Então depois pode comer, me um coisa tremendo para dia 7 kiko tremendo como não, mas hora nós está bem. Então, para nós poder acessar aqui possível, então, junto com nós, diretamente for de
Virginia
e na América, nós temos Arias junto com nós.
Correcto.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me, guys. Really happy to be here. Really happy with this collaboration. I know that it has impacted a lot of lives already, so we're really happy about what God is doing with our music and what He's doing with Reuben. And I haven't been to Curaçao yet, but I know I'm going to love the island, and I am going to visit soon. So, yeah. Well, we met a couple of years ago through a mutual friend. I was working with Nathan Senchi, and after that, we did a couple of projects together. I'm a manager first. I managed Maria Lara. I've managed Nico Eme. I've managed Adavet Sabe. So I managed a lot of artists in the past. Right now, I'm still managing Maria Lara, and I'm also working with Nathan Senchi as well. And I heard Reuben. I love his voice. I love the tone of his voice. And I remember that we went to Panama. We actually went to Panama to do a concert for Maria Lara, and Reuben plays piano. So I called Reuben up, and I'm like, yo, you're down to go to Panama and play for Mariel? And he was like, yes, of course. So we went to Panama. While we were there, I know the whole idea for the song came up in Panama. So we were there, and we even talked about the concept of Llevame Contigo, like, wherever we go, we want God to just be with us. Just like Moses. Moses said, I don't just want, your angels. I want you in front of me. I want you to go with me. If you're not going, then I'm not going. And that's where the song came, and that's also how we got together. So it all started with mutual friendship. I mean, divine connections. I would call it that, a divine connection.
I'm going to give them exclusive content today.
Hey.
I was going through my notes yesterday, and I found out that on 3rd of January, which is the birthday of our dear friend Nathan Sanchi, 2020, I started with the concept. So I'm going to give them some highlights on how did it started. Here we go. Llévame contigo. Llévame contigo. Llévame contigo. No quiero ir si tú no vas conmigo. Llévame contigo. No quiero andar solito. Llévame contigo. No quiero ir sin ti. Daré conmigo. So that was the first take, 3rd of January, and then And then 27th of January, here we go. Llevame contigo. Llevame, llévame, llévame. Na 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 na.
Você tá botando qual ano? Which year?
That was 2020.
2020.
Sí, ese estaba
Yeah, January.
Ano passado.
The Reuben, it's Reuben's fault that it took that long to come out. But I'm gonna say that I think it's the perfect timing, though.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we think that, you know, that like, because I was like, Reuben, send me the song, because I believe it was January. I'm like, yo, send me the track, send me the song, so I could record it. I can have everything done for February of 2020. That was last year, and because I was gonna go to the Dominican Republic and work with Mariel and work on some tracks and some features and some stuff. That's when we did Brillando. Seguimos brillando, hey, seguimos brillando.
Hey, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, seguimos brillando. Mira el resplandor, son los cristianos caminando. Hey, seguimos brillando. Ponte delante el sol porque el reflejo está pegando. Hey, mira el coro entero, aquí estamos.
So I went to DR to record that music video for Brillando, and I was like, yo, if you don't send me that track now, I mean, it's gonna be a while before we can release it. So he never sent it. So, you know,
COVID hit. The COVID
here
hit.
we are. Here we are a year later, you know, but the song came out, glory to God. And I think it was the right timing too. With everything that's going on in the world, we need people screaming out, you know, Lord, Llevame Contigo, you know, like I want to be with you, walk with you, you know, be with you. So take me with you, Lord.
Yes. I think that it came the other way around, that Arias, you know, he spoke to me, and a few years ago, I got in contact with his YouTube videos, and it stood me still that Arias is a man of wisdom, and he's really humble, and those video he did spoke about like life lessons based on the kingdom principles, and it stood me really still that this guy is really deep into the word and also into the wisdom. So I never thought that that day would come, and we were working together in a project in Bonaire, and Arias told me, hey man, we should do something someday, and I was like, okay, let's see how it's gonna work. So when I saw Madiel or Arias, they have a workflow that is really heavy. So they work so hard, and I got that from Arias. He puts really hard work in his art, in his ministry, and everything that he does, and also his family. So I started thinking about what is going to be. I started thinking about ideas, and that December 2019, that year was a radical year for me, and I told God from the bottom of my heart, I don't want to enter that 2020, I don't want to enter that year the same again. So God, go with me, and I want to go all the way with you, and if you don't send me, don't go with me. So I want to go where you send me and be there with me. So that is how it came about with this collaboration with Arias.
I mean, first of all, thank you, man. Thank you for all those kind words. You know, he's trying to stack up those points. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, it was a pretty good workflow. You know, I think that one of the things that I always say is consistency is everything. You know, when you're consistent and when you have purpose and when you do everything with a purpose, I think that's what really matters. It's not just a matter of collaborating or doing something together. I think there needs to be a purpose behind it. And I felt the purpose was there, you know, and because the purpose was there, everything flowed. Even the inconvenience that we had when it came to recording the song or the timing, all of that, we could put that aside because there's a purpose, you know, and I think that the experience throughout the whole thing was great. You know, I got to get more involved with Reuben and know him better, you know, his wife, you know what I'm saying, and just his family and you know, and shout out to your wife, man, if she's there. So it's one of those things that, like I said, when God connects you with somebody, it's not just about music. It's more than that. It's not just about making a song. It's more than that. And I think that God is looking for real connection nowadays. Connection with him and also the people around us. And that's what we gained through this. We gained the friendship, we gained the connection. And, you know, I think that was the most beautiful thing about this whole song. You know, the song could fade away tomorrow, but our relationship and what God did and this time, it's going to last a lifetime. So.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so like you just heard, a lot of came from my phone, and I did mostly the structure of the song, and then we hit up with my dear Lara on the beat, and he did mostly the rhythm parts and the bass, the 808. So it was a collaboration with my dear Lara also, and then I put the final touches on the song. The styles and so, but it was his idea that we did, and Jean-Claire Santiago, a friend of mine of Light Studios, he recorded me here in Curacao, and Arias did everything there in Virginia. So
yeah, well, I mean, I wanted to do a music video where it looked like we were in the same place or in the same studio. And I think you know, if people look at the video, they're gonna think that we were in the same spot, you know, but we weren't. And that was one of the things that I wanted to be clear. I told Reuben, I'm like, yo, we gotta make this look like we were together. So, you know, just with lighting and simple cinematography techniques, we made it happen. And it's incredible because if you would see the behind the scene of maybe where we recorded, because I recorded in my living room, people. That was my living room where I recorded. You know, I actually set up my tripod in my living room, my camera, I put up my lights, and we made it happen. I did all the angles, and then I sent it to Reuben so he could you know, show it to his friend, which did an amazing job, you know, replicating the shots, and you know, I edited the video, I put everything together and edited the video. So you know, I think that it's fun. It's fun, and it's also funny at the same time, because I know that people might see the video, that's a nice video, you know, but the behind the scene is like we were just doing what we could with what we had, you know, and it came out great. And you know, that was basically it when it came to the idea for the video. Well, when it came to my part, you know, I grew up without a father. I grew up in New York City, grew up like in the ghetto, and you know, not having a role model, not having anything. That's why I say in the song, crecí en lo oscuro, compadre lo dudo, en mi bloque gritaban el Suwu. Suwu is the blood gang. So in my blog, they would scream the Suwu, like the blood gang. But I say, pero mi sangre solamente tú. O sea, that in my block, they had gangs. I never formed part of a gang because my gang was God. My blood was him, not the streets. He was my blood. And so the whole thing is how God kind of took me from a dark place, growing up without a father, in a bad environment, surrounded by gangs and drugs. And, God took me with him, And that's why there's a point where I say, por eso disfruto el tiramisu. Descanso tranquilo donde estás tú. Sin él no soy nada, imagínate tú. Now I could eat my dessert. You know what I'm saying? I could relax. I can chill. I could really trust, that he is with me. And then I go and say, si el cielo es un juego, no pierde partido. If heaven is like a baseball game or a game, I will not lose that game because he already won it for me. And then I say, y si tú eres un sueño, déjame dormido. And if you are a dream, I just want to be asleep. You know what I'm saying? It's like my heart is after God because of what he did for me. It's not just because of the benefits I could get from him, but because he really showed me that he loved me. He was my father. You know what I'm saying? When I didn't have none. He was my light when I was in darkness. So just knowing that God, did what he did in my life. And I just want to inspire other kids and other people through my verse, and through the song, so they could do the same thing. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. There's no excuse of where you live. If you grew up without a mother or father, if you were abused, if you weren't abused, if whatever the case was, whatever situation you're in, God is sufficient. God is enough to actually take you out and make something out of you that nobody even thought that you were going to become. So that's basically when it came to my part, what I wanted to project through the song.
I want God to go with me and to send me, but if he send me, I don't want to go alone. I don't want to have that feeling that if I'm gonna represent him or do anything in this world, that I will be alone. So I wanted him to be in the midst of it all with me. And let me see, one of my verses like fill me up with your power of your presence, with your glory, and there's nothing in this world that can fill me up, and my victory will be when I reach you. So what I can explain or express with my words is that I didn't want to enter 2020 and neither this year and never again without his blessing, without his coverage on my life and everything that I do. I want him to be present and I can be the man that he wants me to be and use me like he wants me to be used for his kingdom and for this time.
It's amazing to hear how you guys collaborate this message in one video together, one song together. And I think, or I know, I'm sure of this, that everyone who sees this video, everyone who watched the music video or hear it, will experience God and will know that he is the one they need to have in their lives.
Amen.
Because that's the only thing we have. Jesus is what we need. He is what we want, and we, like Moses said, if you don't go with us, we won't go. And that is really awesome. And to listen to this collaboration and to hear the message of that, it encouraged me. And thumbs up for you guys.
Si tú quieres, tú puedes hablar español
sí,
también. Un poquito para lo que la gente escuche que también Reuben puede hablar un poquito de español.
Por supuesto que sí. Por supuesto que sí. I think Reuben has an amazing talent. I would definitely work with him again. Definitely. And I just feel he's part of the family, So it's just a matter of when you know, it's a matter of God placing a song that I'm like, yo, Reuben, you know, because I think that we could always make collaborations. Like I said, if there's no purpose behind it, or if God is not behind the collaboration of the song, then it's just gonna be another song, you know. And I truly believe that even if the song doesn't reach the numbers that a successful song reaches according to the world or according to numbers, if one person has a testimony, if one person has a testimony, then that's good enough for us, and it's good enough for God. Yes. You know, and I think that that's the problem nowadays. The problem is how people are so focused on numbers and focus on likes and focus on so many other things, and they're being entertained and distracted by what's really important, you know. And what's really important is purpose, having a purpose in life, you know. And God gives us that purpose. So if God gives us another song, we are definitely going to do it. And I am definitely going to fly out to Curaçao, and I am definitely going to go out there and visit you guys. And you guys are going to have to buy me food though, because I like to eat, you know. so we will definitely make it happen.
Disfrutar.
Sí, vamos a darle comida criollo.
Claro que sí, claro que sí.
Llévame contigo, no quiero andar solito. Llévame contigo, no quiero ir si tú no vas conmigo. Llévame contigo, no quiero andar solito. Llévame contigo, no quiero ir si tú no vas conmigo.
Yeah, these guys has AC, and the AC is like hitting me in my face the whole time, but no puedo hacer nada porque estoy grabando.